welcome back to my channel, Jamie Fran Colors. Today we're going to take this beautiful girl from Serene by Nick Filbert and we're going to shade her. So we've used alcohol markers to put in the base coat. And if you need to know what colors those are, they're in the previous video. This is part 2 when we're going to take our Prismacolor pencils and shade her. So this is going to be a couple of parts, but I think today we will start with her face, because I like to get the face done. I don't know, I think why spend time on everything else if I mess that part up, or also if it's done I just feel like everything else just feels good, you know, because you've got her done. So she's got a richer skin tone. She's not too pale. So I want to get some tones that will go well with that. I think I will grab a henna. Look how tiny it is. I'm hoping I have another one. I will check. And that's going to give a little bit of redness to her skin. I think, what else should we use? Ooh, maybe sienna brown. Sienna brown might be really nice. And some sepia. And let's grab some espresso as well, like those. Let's see if I have a henna in my extra pencils. If not, I'm gonna have to put in an order pretty soon. Oh, look at that. Another henna. Okay. Alright. Get this situated here. Good. Good. Alright. Let's start with the Let's start with the chocolate. No, this is not chocolate, this is sepia. So let's start with the sepia. I'm not pulling them out, guys. It's been one of those days. It's been one of those days where, like, I just can't seem to get motivated to do anything. So I'm just doing really light pressure. Very light. So it's Monday. I woke up this morning to realizing that I hadn't uploaded the video that was supposed to go out today, so nothing went out today. And of course we're in the middle of this global pandemic, so I'm kind of like being careful with myself and making sure that I'm not like putting added stress, and so I was just like, well, I'll just send out a message, say I didn't get it done, you know, and that's what I did. I didn't like hurry and try to get it out, so it'll go up on Wednesday. And then this one will come after, but it was just that. And then my husband left for work at 6:30 this morning. I wasn't even up yet. I have such a hard time getting up in the morning. I sleep really hard in the early morning hours. Like he sleeps really hard when we first go to sleep, and I sleep really hard in those early morning hours. So he gets up really early and like feels good, and I'm just like, ugh. So he left me in bed, turned on a movie for our kids, and like came and told me he was leaving, and I just really wasn't aware of it. So I really woke up to my son, 5-year-old, who screams over everything, but him screaming, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I went down there. He'd fallen off the couch and hit a toy pipe and thought he was dying, but by the time I like actually got myself down there, like he had stopped crying, and it really wasn't that big a deal. But at least I was out of bed, and that's when I realized I don't have a video going. So I apologize. But also I don't, because we're all in a situation where things are quite different from what our reality used to be, and we're trying to make adjustments. And this week is my kids' spring break, so they don't have any schoolwork that they need to get done, which I don't know. It's good because it's like one less thing we have to do, but at the same time it's one less thing we have to do, which means I have to come up with things to fill that time that we were spending on schoolwork. So that's difficult. So I don't know. Today we did movies. We just watched movies and I didn't do anything. I built a house in The Sims. Yeah, I built a house. Took care of my island on Animal Crossing. My kids didn't even fight today, so I didn't even have to like referee anything. I don't know. I'm feeling a little lost. I'm still using that as sepia. Make sure I tell you the right one. Sepia to just shade in some of these darker areas. Around her, the perimeter of her face, and some of those lines that Nick gives us for indications of shading. I have not figured out how to shade with alcohol markers. I think a lot of it has to do with paper, and I don't want to buy the paper. But I love using alcohol markers as a base because they're so vivid. And then I love the way colored pencil looks on top of them. So that is what I like to do with them. There's been somebody in the neighborhood riding a four-wheeler all day today up and down the street, so I thought maybe he'd be done, but whatever keeps you entertained, I guess. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. Finding something to occupy your time if you're stuck at home, because I know like I'm close to insane at this point. Yeah. Oh, I was going to tell you a story. Okay, well, this is what happened yesterday. So yesterday was Sunday, and it was General Conference weekend. So my family practices with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so we have General Conference weekend twice a year, once in the first weekend in April and once in the first weekend in October, where our prophets and leaders of our church, this is Sienna Brown I'm going to go to, speak to us via TV, satellite, radio, whatever, internet. And they have a beautiful conference center that they usually do it in, and it holds thousands of people, and so people from all over the world come to listen to them. And of course this year that wasn't possible, so they broadcast it with only less than 10 people in the room with them, and well, including them, less than 10 people. And they did a really good job at like setting an example for social distancing and stuff. But it's a weekend that we usually spend with our family. My parents and my brothers usually come, and we watch it all together, and our kids play and have fun, and you know. So my autistic son Curly, he could not figure out why Grandpa wasn't coming. Like he would ask every session, "Where's Grandpa? Where's Henry?" Henry's his cousin. he just wanted to know, where are they? When are they going to get here? And it was really hard to us to like explain to him. Like we've told him several times, like we can't go anywhere. We have to stay home. But he's just really not understanding what's going on. And it was just really sad he didn't understand. And he loves to watch conference. And so he was happy to watch it. But with my other kids, they don't want to sit there that long. It's like in 2-hour sessions. So 4 hours each day, 2 2-hour sessions each day. And my other kids, they don't want to sit there that long. So they were in and out and bouncing around. But Curly sits there pretty well. He still has his tablet and kind of goes back and forth, but because he can't just sit there, that's just not something he's capable of. But he loves to listen to the prophet and listen to the songs and stuff, so it was really fun for him. But anyway, so it was a long weekend and we're trying to do this, and we've had 3 weeks of being home together. My husband's still working, but the rest of us are just home, and we get after R2 all the time for fighting. Our Curly and Larry, or not Curly, Larry and Mo, we get after them all the time for fighting, all the time, and it's just so frustrating. And like, so we got after him again on Sunday night, and we told Larry, like, go get your pajamas on, like, we're tired of this. And he like I thought it was funny at the time too, but he just like exploded. I hate this family, I hate it. And so I was like, well, if you hate me that much, then pack a bag, or if you hate me, I didn't say pack a bag, but if you hate me that much, then I guess you can leave, you know. And like, where's he gonna go? There's nowhere to go. Nobody's gonna take you in, dude. So, because I was like, but I love you, so I hope you're not leaving, you know. But if you hate us that much, then I guess you can go. And so I went for a walk at that point because I was so worn out and tired, and had a long day of. So I went for a little walk, and I come back, and I guess this is what had happened while I was gone. So Larry comes back up the stairs, and he's got like a bag full of stuff, and he's like headed out the door. So he's on his way out. He's got a bag of stuff. He's going. He's grabbing his shoes, and my husband, he's like, what are you doing? And Larry's like, I'm leaving. I'm moving out. And my husband's like, well, you came to us with nothing, so you can leave with nothing. Like, anything we bought for you isn't yours. You need to leave it behind. And so he's like, oh, so Larry's trying to put his shoes on, you know. And my husband's like, nope, can't take those. I bought those. Those are $40 shoes. You ain't taking them. My husband's like, nope, can't wear those, take those pajamas either. I bought those. Those are $26. So you gotta take off your pajamas. Like, oh my gosh. So Larry, needless to say, did not leave and walk out of our house naked with nothing, but he was sure sitting in the corner pouting when I got back. And we had another talk with him about why it's important not to be fighting, especially during this time, because if they like get hurt, this is Henna, I can't take them to the hospital. The hospitals are busy and a dangerous place to be if you don't have COVID-19. So like, I can't take you to the hospital if you break a bone or you're bleeding. So it's really important not to. But it was just so funny because I'm like thinking the whole time, like, if anybody is going to leave, it should be me. Like, I've had enough. I've put up with enough. And I mean, after 3 weeks of all being kind of trapped together, I completely understand his like outburst of, I hate this. I need to leave. I'm moving out, you know, because I feel the same way. I want to leave. I want to move out. But just, he packed a small sleeping bag that his grandparents gave him for like reading and stuff. Just it's not very warm, but he packed a small sleeping bag and some books, I think was what he packed. So oh goodness, silly kid. Totally understand. I thought it was really funny at the time too. I was trying to think of a time if I had ever packed a bag to move out. And I don't remember a time ever like packing a bag to move out because I was mad. I do remember a few times like going to my grandma's, and because my grandma lived next door, there was an orchard in between us, but I do remember, this is still henna, I'm going to take it down to her hand, going over to my grandma's and like, I hate it, and I don't want to be there anymore, and her talking me down, you know, and sending me back home, but I don't think I ever packed a bag. My brother said that his older brother did. He packed a bag and tried to leave. And his dad told him that, well, you can go for it, but when you get down the street, I'm calling the police because it's illegal for you to leave. So he threatened the police. They're just like, well, you know, if your kids don't try to like leave on you once, because then maybe you're not doing your job, you know? Because we're not here to be friends. I'm here to keep them safe and to teach him how to be a good citizen, and you know, so he's productive in society later. And it's not an easy gig, you know? This is espresso. Not an easy gig, and I want our home to be a peaceful place, especially right now. And so I'm trying to be very patient with them and not lose my head, and you know, but at the same time, like, I can't let them get away with a whole bunch of crap either, you know? So it's just this fine line of trying to maintain peace and also teach them the lessons that they need to learn and to grow and thrive. I don't know. So I'm using espresso. I'm still not using any pressure, being very light-handed with everything. He calmed down. We had dinner, and by the time we had dessert, he was fine and happy to be a part of the family again, so no worries. It made for an interesting day with him yelling and saying he hated us, and Curly wanting to know where Grandpa was every 5 minutes. And where's everybody supposed to come? I know. I think that's part of the hardest part is like, I don't leave my house a lot, but I haven't left at all except to walk around the block in 3 weeks. And I haven't gotten to take my kids to go to Grandma and Grandpa's, or, you know, like they're home, which they're home in the summer, and I'm like, well, why doesn't it just feel like summer? But it's because we're not going to the park, we're not going to the splash pad, we're not going swimming, we're not going to Grandma and Grandpa's house, or we don't have any plans for anything, we don't have anything to look forward to. We're just stuck in this state of, I don't know, of uncertainty and when everything's going to get back to normal. And I think we will have a, you know, it might not be the same normal that it was before, but I think the world will go back to some normality and into stability, and we'll feel better, but get back to being able to do activities and stuff. But right now I'm just like, what do I do? I'm loving this in the dark, like giving it some depth and dimension. I'm really liking it. I also feel like I might need slightly lighter color to help blend this together. So let's see what we've got. I bet that will be too pink. That's Clay Rose. Let's see, this is beige. That might be too light. We'll pull it though. Really neat. Sandbar brown. Maybe beige. This is beige sienna, but it's a little more gray, a little more pink maybe. What's this? Chestnut. Chestnut might be too dark. The 150 colors, you'd think we could come up with something. Putty beige is going to be too gray. What about ginger root? It's probably going to be too light. And pull it too. Alright, let's try the beige sienna. Let's see what that kind of does. So I'm kind of a medium to light pressure. I'm just going over everything. Yeah, this is a good color. Okay, let's do this. Adding a little bit of pressure will help it blend, but we don't have to add a lot because we have that marker base, and so we're not trying to cover up white. We're just trying to kind of blend it together. So I don't have to use as much pressure. Just a little bit more than before, just a hint, really. This is nice if you have issues with using pressure with your hands to use a marker base, because you just don't have to build as much, and you don't have to put as much pressure to blend. I wish we do that. I'm going to just kind of add a little color to that fingernail. My fingernails are so ratchet at the moment. This one's lifting so bad. I gotta deal with that before I go to bed tonight, or I'm gonna wake up ripping it off. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I'll probably speed it up. Okay, let's grab a little bit of the beige. And then I'm going to go back to the beige sienna. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out because I think having it so zoomed in is distorting it a little bit on camera. I'm just kind of going back and forth between the beige and the sienna beige to get it to where I'm happy with it, which I'm pretty close. Okay, ooh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna try to put, I'm gonna make a note, I hope I remember, to put like a before pencil and an after pencil, like side by side right here. So that you can see the difference, but I think she's looking really nice. Okay, let's grab some, oh my goodness. Let's grab some peacock green and some dark green. What's this? This is and parrot green. Let me try those. So I'm going to put some into her eyes here. This is the dark green, which I'm going to put up at the top. That would be in shadow from her eyelid. And maybe just a little bit down at the bottom. She doesn't have very big eyes, so there's not a lot to do. And then I'm going to take the peacock green and kind of add a little bit in there. And then I think I'm probably going to want to use a white gel pen in here later. And then the peacock, or the parrot green, I'm going to put kind of right in the center there to help lighten it up. Okay. Then I'm just going to take a black pencil and color in that pupil because it's just looking a little bit funny to me. Make sure it's black and not gray. There we go. That looks better. Ooh, that looks really nice. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna leave those aside and we'll use them again when we do the green around her. Today I think I'm just gonna do her face. So I wanted to put some on her lips here. And some Crimson Lake. I like how dark Crimson Lake is. What about... poppy red. I'm not sure. Okay, let's start with some Crimson Lake. I'm gonna need to sharpen it. There's my sharpener. Like, I don't know where my sharpener went. There it is. Put this where there's indications of shadow and shading. like a little bit of a lip liner. I don't love the shape of that lip, but it is what it is. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to take Poppy Red. And then I have just a little bit of pink. I don't know if we need it, but I'm going to put some in there. Okay. I'm going to take maybe just a little bit of sienna brown. See if we can, or what is it? Yeah, sienna brown. We used it on her skin. Put a little bit of that in there to help. Okay. Well, I am really happy with that. I think she looks really nice. So when we get everything else finished, we'll go back in and put in highlights, but I don't want to do that until everything else is done. So this is where we're going to end today. We'll have a couple more videos on this. We're going to keep those greens and pinks and stuff that we pulled, so we're going to use them on the rest of the page. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are staying safe and finding some sanity in this crazy world right now. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do try to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I usually do. Once in a blue moon it doesn't happen, but I usually do. So I hope you'll come back, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!